Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, good morning. Alexa, good morning. Looks like it could be one of those mornings. So sorry we're a little bit late today. It is 6:34 on Monday, August 15th, 2022. We had some technical difficulties with the computer this morning, meaning it was all locked up. And of course, my goal was to not have to spend 3 minutes just rebooting the thing, rather to waste 20 minutes trying to solve the problem. Oops. That was kind of an oops moment. And now I have a cord. Okay, so we'll try to get back on track. This is Thriving Warrior Career Services, where we are here to help you get from where you are to someplace better. From point A to point B. Point B is better. And we do that through these little daily breadcrumbs, bleep, that we make it easy for you to follow. Short little discussions about things that successful people do. Diana Crowley, hello, Diana, good morning. Things that people do to help become successful. And our definition of success is success equals a function of money times meaning and purpose. Today we're going to talk a little bit about meaning. In the video down below, in the description, make sure to subscribe, push on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of these. The video today talks about meaning. I also attached the Yuval Harari TED Talk. So that has to do with why humans control the planet. Okay, so it's good to be alive. It's a beautiful day out there. Before the sun was up, it was, the temperature was great. I'll try it one more time. Alexa, what is the temperature? Nope, not going to answer. Okay, so meaning. What is meaning? Act such that everything you do matters.
Right now, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, act such that everything you do matters because it matters. I attach videos that I listen to in the morning while I'm in the shower, and then generally take notes on them so I can discuss them this morning to make it easy for you. Today's video made it very clear that the things they discuss, the things they talk about, are not really possible for our people today because you're not performing at a high level. So to make that simple, before you can learn about geometry, you need to learn about algebra. And before you can learn about algebra, you need to learn about division and multiplication. And before you can learn about division and multiplication, you need to learn about addition and subtraction. And before you can learn about addition and subtraction, you have to have an idea about numbers. You have to learn about numbers. Before you can learn about numbers, you have to learn language. And you have to be able to read to a certain extent. And before you can learn numbers and read to a certain extent, you need to have an IQ that's high enough to comprehend and also a brain that can retain knowledge. So a whole lot has to happen before you can learn geometry. Same thing here. A whole lot goes into what you have to do in order to become successful. You can't just listen to high-level videos on success made by people who are successful, talking about kind of like what they do, because it's one of those things, God sounds good, just like Bible quotations, right? They really sound good, but not really implementable by most people. And then we, of course, acknowledge that we're sinners, so that gives us permission to not do it anyway, etc. So we really don't make any progress in the realm of becoming successful, because the audience it's directed at is people who are striving to become successful, not people who are wondering what they need to do to become successful. So, if we're learning to climb a mountain, the first thing is, there's the mountain we're going to climb. And then you can show people a path or a route or a map or things like that. Here's how we're going to do it. And here's the tools we're going to use to climb the mountain, because we just can't walk up there in our bare feet. And we need a whole bunch of specialized equipment in order to walk up the mountain. But not only do we need the equipment, we need to learn how to use the equipment. So these videos that I'm posting, I realized today, the videos are kind of like, here's the tools you need in order to become successful. Boom, use the tools. Well, that doesn't really work for people. So I think a thing that works is to start with a concept of meaning. Everything you do matters. Change, just make a little bit of change in your daily routine. Notice yourself when you say, aha, now I get to go back and relax and say, well, I'm just going to put in 5 more minutes of something, or I'm just going to do a little, I'm going to watch a TED Talk, or I'm going to just search through Coursera to see if there's any classes I might like. Just take a little baby step so that you can fill your life with things that matter, not things that don't matter. So, and do animals do this? Well, they do little things that lead to success. What they do matters. And it all matters. It all matters. So we're at 7:45. Let's go to Seth Godin. Expectation and delight. They dance with each other. That is, expectation and delight dance with each other. If expectations are too low, you don't get the gig, and you'll never have a chance to engage with the customer. If they're too high, surprise and remarkability disappear. If expectations are too high, surprise and remarkability disappear. As you succeed, it is harder, not easier, to bring delight to the people you serve. Right, because they expect it. Often this is hedonic adaptation. Often this is replaced by the cognitive dissonance of sunk costs and luxury goods. People assert delight because they think they're supposed to. People assert delight because they think they're supposed to, because they don't want to feel stupid, not because you've produced anything genuine. Expectation and delight, they dance with each other. If expectations are too low, you don't get the gig, and you'll never have a chance to engage with the customer. Okay, so in other words, expectations are low. I don't think you can do it. That would be an expectation of, or an example of expectations being too low. I don't think that you can do this. My expectations of your ability to perform are too low, so you don't get the gig. Nope, sorry, can't have you do it because you're going to screw it up. If they're too high, surprise and remarkability disappear. If expectations are too high, then you're never going to achieve it. If you can't achieve it, nobody's going to be surprised, and the remarkability is going to disappear. So low expectations, high expectations. If they're too low, bad things happen. If they're too high, bad things happen. As you succeed, it's harder, not easier, to bring delight to the people you serve. Right. It's only what do they say about jokes? It's only funny the first time. Okay, so it becomes harder as you go along. Often, this is replaced by the cognitive dissonance of sunk costs and luxury goods. People assert delight because they think they're supposed to, because they don't want to feel stupid, not because you've produced anything genuine. Okay. Thank you, Seth. Don't really have any other comments about that. We are at 10:42 in. We will say boom. Navy SEAL Maxim, yesterday was the only easy day. Let's try to make something happen today. Try to make something happen. Do just a little bit more today. Have your objective that when my head hits the pillow tonight, I can look back and say, I accomplished this thing, or I started accomplishing this thing. I changed my behavior. I acted with a little bit more meaning and purpose. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you want different results, you have to act differently. Okay, Diana, got it. Push yourself a little harder today. Good. If you want a different result, you have to have different behavior. Be more samurai. When you do a thing, don't just try to be fast to finish. Try to do it a little bit better each time you do it. So this could be sort of like the Karate Kid, right? Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Paint the fence. Okay? All of those things. Try to do it a little bit more samurai. And please watch the Yuval Harari video. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow as we sharpen these things up. I spent much of yesterday, 3 hours learning how to do Doodly. So that would be cartoon animations. And thus, who knows, maybe we'll start posting those on a daily basis as well. And what else? I will be in Las Vegas today after I go to the Oasis. And I got to say, the guys really, really have exceeded themselves once again at the Oasis, getting the barn done, getting the man cave done. They got a lot done in the house. We now have a dining room set up. Really cool. Good job, guys. And I will be leaving here very shortly because we have to head to Vegas at 8 o'clock. We have a 10 o'clock appointment. Okay. And Jeff, I will call you at 8. And that's it. Cut. Cut.